Here's the scenario. You charged your car to 100% last night, and you left it all night after you charged it. And now you're going to drive it for a long way. How far is that in a Fisker Ocean Sport? Let's do a real-world range test. Let's do the climate. Let's get the climate set here. I haven't really explored this much. I've had more experience with other people's Oceans than my own right now at this point. I'm going to go to auto. That immediately kicks up the fan. But I set my Tesla, and maybe I'm nuts, but I set my Tesla at 66. But because it's cold, it looks like it's really kicking it up here. And resistive heat is what I am using based on Fisker's publication. The most recent spec sheet for February shows there is no heat pump on the Ocean Sport. Let's see, where is my fan blowing? It's blowing on defrost and feet, which is exactly how I like to warm up a cabin. It says I have 246 miles of range, and my range is, my odometer says 23 miles. So we can do that math together. Trip A, 14.5 miles. That was probably what I did yesterday. So now everything's set since last charge, current trip, and trip A, all reset. Next, it was time to pair my Spotify account. All that takes is scanning the QR code, confirming it's you, and that's it. I'm having trouble getting it to automatically kick out of the parking brake. I really am. So reverse. And if I engage reverse, okay, it did that time. A couple times yesterday, the parking brake did not disengage right away. I started my trip just driving around Morgantown. Then I headed to the highway and drove north for a bit. Okay, I'm in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania. Just got off the highway. Just wanted to do some quick highway driving. I got 223 miles of range predicted at 90% and 11.6 miles so far traveled. All right, I'm going to try to set the cruise. I set it yesterday and it worked really well. So let's see if we can set it now. I think you have to be off the accelerator to set it. Coming up on a 40 mile an hour zone. It'll show you that, I believe. Let's see if we get it. Yep, we did. Okay, so 37, 38, 39, 40, set. Okay, let's ride on cruise control on some West Virginia, Pennsylvania country back roads for a while. I had another question. Does the Ocean Sport come with floor mats? Right now, mine's got some really, really high quality cardboard from the delivery, and I'm just going to leave that on there until I get my floor mats, which I'm going to get this weekend. Stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see that story. And at 88%, I just got my first warning. It said auto emergency braking unavailable. Drive carefully. Just went off the screen. So first warning since I've owned the Ocean. All right, here's a little merge action. That's all the way down. All right, so I stopped back at the house. Let's just take a look at where we are. So 205, 24.6 total. Let's see, this time, does the parking brake disengage? See, no, it didn't. The parking brake did not disengage that time. So if I put it in drive, also did not engage, or did not disengage. Once again, did not disengage. So I have to go down here and press the parking brake button to make it disengage. So just wanted to show you that. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right, next let's go to Fairmont. So, where to? Come on, Tom. Fairmont. All right, a little jaunt down I-79. It's 25 minutes, 20 miles. It says 73% arrival. We're at 82. This is a nice touch. You've got your next turn and the distance to it right there, which is nice. I stopped by Sheetz in Morgantown before I went to Fairmont, but I'm here in Fairmont at the Feast, and I'll show you the photo. I had a guy come up to me at the Sheetz like, what the heck is that? I definitely get the appeal of owning the Fisker Ocean Sport. People have no idea what it is, and when I showed him the price, he kind of didn't believe me. I actually had to show him the sticker. Right now, 70%, 174 miles of predicted range, and we've done 45. We are at 66, 65%, 155 miles of range left. We got 54.7 on the trip, and I just had my second error message. Exactly the same thing. Auto emergency brake unavailable. Drive carefully. All right, we're back in Morgantown at Cheat Lake Marina, and right there is the lake. And so far so good. Throttle input and regen are a little bit delayed. If I had to say anything about the actual driving experience, other than that, it's just been fun. I got the music playing. Oh, and volume 22 is the best volume with this stereo. If you're just listening casually and you're not trying to slam, this thing's going to be just fine. I've got a full features review, including answers to your questions, coming soon. Subscribe if that sounds like something you're into. Let's check the mileage. And I just realized, as I'm heading out of Cheat Lake here, I just realized that I don't have to put my seatbelt on to put it in drive. So I know that's been a thing with some folks, but I just now did it. I just pulled out without my seatbelt on and I clicked it in, and I noticed that, well, I'm already moving. So maybe that's not the thing for this car. Maybe that was an old software update. Maybe this current version of software has overcome that. So myth busted. To the right is Pennsylvania, and to the left is back into Morgantown. We're going to go up 857 for a while and head towards Uniontown. Also, I don't know if I told you, all four tires had 40 pounds when I got the car, and it's 44.49 front to back is the rating on the door placard. So I don't know if I included that, but when I put some air in the tires at Sheets, they were all at 40. All right, we are in Uniontown. We just dropped under 50%, less than 10 seconds ago, and I got 115 miles of range left. We have done 90. So if you're not really into driver assistance, I would say just turn off everything, because I did. I turned off all the things I was allowed to turn off. Lane keep, warnings, all that stuff in the menu. And I haven't had any noises. No beeps or anything. So, Matt Watson, you should have turned a bunch of stuff off. 100 miles and nothing. And I've been on every type of road and terrain. We're in the Appalachians, baby. I got it all. So I had to check out the Honda dealership to see if they had a Prologue. They are getting a demo. My name's on the list, so I think they're going to let me drive one when they get it. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in seeing that. At this point, I was just outside of Uniontown. I decided I was going to track down an Electrify America, which the closest one to me is this one in Bell Vernon. That'll be close enough here for now. Says it'll be 26%.
You will arrive at your destination at 2:33 p.m.
Here we go. All right, navigation settings. Navigation settings. There they are. I found them. Range visualization, vehicle settings, planning and travel. All right. Avoid tolls. Done. All right, now let's see if I can get to Bell Vernon without tolls. Go.
You will arrive at your destination at 2:43 p.m.
Another thing I have realized is, because the suspension is tuned for comfort, when you go over big bumps, there's a little bit of feedback in the rear. And I think that's probably because there should be a rear motor in this vehicle. So, yeah, I get a little bit of bouncing around in the rear, but nothing severe. I think the higher quality of ride overall kind of makes up for it, but you do feel that. So I went the wrong way, and I had to turn around, and I did. I hit this thing. I didn't mean to either. Here we are. We are pulling in to a 350 stall at Electrify America. 23% battery, 51 miles of range. We have done 145.9 miles. So we know that 145.9 miles divided by 3 is going to give us 1/4 of the range. Because we started our trip with 98%, we got down to 23%, that's 75%, or 3/4. Multiply that by 4, and we get 194.5 miles of range. Based on this test, the Fisker Ocean Sport has about a 200-mile real-world range. Let's see if it'll charge. Oh. Initiating charging. Okay. Oh, there it goes. All right, so how fast does the Ocean Sport charge? Looks like it's ramping up here. It's warmed up a little bit. That's pretty good. To get to 100%, check that time, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh, it's 75, it's 79 out there, 81 out there, 75 in here. So it's about 5 kilowatt differential between the output of the unit and what I'm getting in here. All right, so I think we're gonna go unplug. We got 11.5 kilowatt hours, 9 minutes, $5.28. There you go. And we started at 23%, and we now have 38%. So that was it. My first road trip in the Fisker Ocean. I drove interstate, back roads, 2-lane roads, city traffic, stop and go, and I did some just sitting in the car while I was planning my trip. This was not a hypermile attempt. This was not an interstate attempt. It was not a highway test. It was just, if you drive regular, how far do you go? And that answer is right around, or just under, 200 miles. Max charge speed observed so far, 76 kilowatts. That's just lithium iron phosphate in a nutshell: shorter range, slower charging speed. If you have any other questions about the range of the Fisker Ocean, please let me know. I have more tests coming up, and I'll be answering all of your questions about features, specs, software, and more. Subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see ya on the next one.
Hey, smash the like button.
Thank you.